That often goes unnoticed and underreported. Animal cruelty. KGUN-9 recently has exposed several animal cruelty cases, and more have come to light.
9 Your Side's Ricky Mitchell spent time with an animal cruelty detective to learn how these investigations unfold. In a story you'll only see on 9, we do want to warn you that some of the images in this story are graphic.
It's a case that's still on the mind of Detective Robin CREHAN, even almost 4 years later. A woman calls 911 early in the morning after seeing a dead kitten on the side of the road.
As a result, one of our deputies responded, and what he found when he got there was a small, approximate 2-month-old kitten with electrical tape wrapped around its muzzle. It had a very tight elastic piece of jewelry around its neck, wrapped many times.
The case is still open, no leads and no suspects. It's the same situation for Tucson police detectives, who are still looking for suspects in 2 recent animal cruelty cases. One involving Sunny, a dog found tied to a tree near Keno Sports Complex.
I've been at PIMA Animal Care Center for a little over a year, and this is the worst case I've seen.
PIMA Animal Care nursed Sunny back to health, and he was recently adopted. But detectives received 0 tips. Also in a recent case involving a dog found with multiple gunshot wounds, detectives followed up on a few leads, but they ruled everyone out. It doesn't always happen that way, though. Detective CREHAN says in March, bystanders called 911 to report a man abusing his dog on the northwest side.
The man was dragging the dog and kicking the dog, picking up the dog by its leash occasionally.
I started freaking out and screaming and crying like, help him, help him.
Zoe Wortman and her mother were there that day. She remembers seeing a man hitting the dog, and soon after, she developed an instant bond with Bandit, who Zoe and her mother later adopted.
It feels like amazing. I'm going to start crying right now. It's like, it just makes me happy to know that every day he's like better.
Alan Romero was charged and convicted with felony animal cruelty in the case. He is now serving a 1-year prison term.
People don't realize that it is a crime in many cases, and there is something that can be done about it, and there are resources available. You just have to make the call.
And when that call is not made in time, you end up with cases like Delilah. According to the Sheriff's Department, detectives seized Delilah and a second horse, Mocha, from the same home at the end of April. Both horses were so severely emaciated, detectives knew they hadn't been fed in months. And only 2 days after they arrived at a local rescue, Delilah died.
And she was in so much pain. She was such an impaction. The vet came out 3 days straight, and we just couldn't save her.
Karen Pomeroy is the president of Equine Voices Horse Rescue and Sanctuary, where the Sheriff's Department often brings abused and neglected horses for rehabilitation.
So you can see still a little bit of her ribs.
Thanks to treatment she's received here, Mocha is getting better. She's gained significant weight and her shine has come back. Detectives are trying to track down the owners, and the Sheriff's Department plans to present the case before the grand jury. The owners could possibly face felony charges.
This is not acceptable in our county, and we will prosecute for it.
Detective CREHAN is still hoping someone will come forward with information in her kitten case. She released a photo exclusively to 9 on Your Side showing a key piece of evidence in the case. Take a look at the jewelry found around the kitten's neck.
This was a deliberate act, and this is something that we're very concerned about because this individual appears to be practicing on this animal in preparation for moving on to people.
She also hopes more people will start coming forward when they see any kind of abuse.
If it's wrong, you see an animal in distress, or you see something that's wrong, you know it is, you can always call 911.
Ricky Mitchell, KGUN-9 on Your Side.